Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is high time for us to get to this. This so happened to release at the worst time for us because our usual recording day is Thursday.
It came out on Friday.
And it came out on Friday. Hooray for us and screw our lives. What the hell? So
all of our comments on all of our videos all week has been, when are you going to watch the Star Wars trailer?
And also, I kind of wanted to wait for Micah, even though Micah, a little bit of confession time for...
Whatever, I've seen it. I'm not over here
No,
all the time.
no, it's fine. I know, it's fine.
All I know is I've had to wait.
Yeah.
Hardcore wait. No,
Yeah,
wait
and
for this moment.
yeah, I've waited too. Although I did have a little micro spoiler thrown at me by Jacob.
Did he?
According to, I kind of put it together in my head. We talked about in Last Jedi where he kind of cast the mask aside and destroyed it, and he's like, "But wait,
You don't
the
have to
new trailer," and I'm
re-spoil it
like,
for everybody else.
"Wait, what?"
Oh.
And I'm like, "Wait, what? I haven't seen it." But anyway, yeah. So Star Wars: Rise of Skywalker, the teaser trailer. I'm excited to see what they have to offer in this. I'm still a little miffed about Last Jedi, but hey, for every franchise, there's always a few that I don't always agree with, and then there's the Highlander franchise, which there's only one that I like out of 4 films. Sheesh.
Like, so maybe they can at least make it like episode 3.
Maybe.
Where it's like not as bad as the first 2 of the trilogy.
Well, okay. I'm going to be forward with you. I liked The Force Awakens.
I liked it okay.
I like The Force Awakens. I just didn't really like The Last Jedi.
Last Jedi, to me, it was a different director taking over, and it was a different, he wrote a different way. And he did a lot of stuff to subvert just for subversion's sake instead of actually taking a logical leap with the story.
Yeah.
And there's stuff he did that I was actually really cool. The film, beautifully shot. The shots in the film are absolutely gorgeous. Rian Johnson is a great director. I'm never gonna honestly. I don't fancy myself as a film dude. Throw a rock, you'll hit a better filmmaker than me. I mean, honestly, like Rian Johnson is a better director than me and probably always will be. And I will say this: he directed a really good rendition of a Star Wars film, but overall, put together as a Star Wars film, it was lacking a lot of the space opera feel, which is what we come for. We come for the space opera.
Yeah.
We come for the the awesomeness and the big grand scheme and the grand scape of things. And we also come to see some of our favorite characters.
I feel like the character development was just the character development's kind
Like
of off.
like Admiral Akbar.
Killed
Yes.
off screen. My boy Geel, just gone. Do you ever have the writing prompt in school where the teacher is like, just write or type for 5 minutes, just start a story.
Yes.
And then she says, or he or she says stop, and then you like rotate seats and you pick up the next
Oh,
person's
that's
story.
right.
Oh,
That's
yes.
right.
That's
Yes,
what
I
the
have.
last.
Sounds fun, though.
That's what the Last Jedi felt like, because you get in there,
Yeah.
and then you just go bananas, because it's like your story's gone, it's gone, but then it's like, oh man, now I have this prompt, but it's like you just,
yeah, and then someone wrote in Holdo, which
so it's
I like Laura. I like Laura Linney. Laura Linney's a good actress, but
isn't it Laura Dern?
or Laura Dern. Sorry, I like Laura Dern. Sorry, I get those two confused. I'm anti Laura.
She's the one who was in Jurassic Park, correct?
Yes, that was her.
Thought so.
And I like Laura Dern, but Holdo was not a good character. I'm sorry.
It was just random.
Well, random, and also it's just
Holdo
like
was just not used in a good way. Like it was, she was used in a lazy writing plot point way to be like, oh, we're not going to tell you what we're doing,
Yeah,
so that
she
they could
wouldn't
do a whole
tell-
subplot that ended up being entirely pointless.
yeah, and there was this whole mutiny on the ship, all because she didn't want to give it away because there might be spies on board. It's like, okay, if there were any spies on board right now, given the situation that they were in, they would be running for the hills because they were getting shot at and were on the brink of death the entire film. So what are you talking about?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Well, that and like transparent government is kind of the hallmark of the New Republic and the Rebellion. I mean, because the Empire was known for non-transparency.
Yes, and well, anyway. Oh, there's also another thing that we're gonna react to. It's a new Star Wars game that's coming out.
That's exciting.
Yes, and we'll get to that. We will, but for now, let's get to this. This is Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker teaser trailer. Oh boy, this is gonna be interesting. Here we go. Fade In will never cease to just give me like the chills.
Me either.
Yeah, Lucasfilm Fade In, just some shit's about to get. Sup, Daisy Ridley?
We've passed on all we know.
She back on Jakku?
1,000 generations live in you now.
She's got Anakin's lightsaber.
Yeah.
But this is your fight.
I think it is.
Oh, that's epic. I love that. And of course, you got to throw this at us,
Yes.
this theme.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
That's okay. Yes. Hey, Lando.
The original OG Lando. That is awesome. 3PO.
We'll always be with you. No one's ever really gone.
Is that the Death Star?
I don't know. Maybe.
Wait.
Palpatine.
What? Are you serious?
That was totally his voice.
That's totally Palpatine.
That was Palpatine. That was definitely his voice. Wow.
My God.
Besides uninstalling my Facebook because of Game of Thrones and just not wanting to have anything spoiled, I also uninstalled it due to the fact that I saw a meme about Palpatine's laugh.
Oh, really?
So I was like, sons of bitches.
God dang it.
Yeah, apparently I've got a buddy I used to work with. He and his wife went to Star Wars Celebration. Apparently after they showed this, Ian McDiarmid came out on stage.
Oh my God, the roar must have been immense.
Wow.
Because
That's
he
so
is quintessentially the main baddie in the entire Star Wars franchise. He is the Emperor. He is what corrupted the Republic into the Galactic Empire. And now that there's, life after death for Force users, who's to say the Sith can't find a way to use that?
The meme was Luke. No one has ever truly gone. The Emperor's laugh in the distance.
Yes. Yes. And I think maybe this will provide an answer. Well, okay, J.J. Abrams is the one directing and writing this.
I'm so happy.
Taking
about
over
that.
taking over for Colin Trevorrow, who, the execs at Disney weren't happy with his treatment of the script. But J.J. Abrams, who directed The Force Awakens, and now they're doing this, and this is probably, they've said that this is going to be the last one in this specific universe, or in this specific timeline.
The Skywalker kind of saga.
Yeah, the Skywalker saga is going to end with this. I'm interested to see how, I think maybe they're going to use Palpatine, and not only the influence of Palpatine, but the influence of Snoke as well, is what made Luke doubt, the training of Ben Solo, and thus tried to kill him. I mean, I think that's what, because Luke, as powerful as he is, he's still human.
Yeah.
And he still has like these glaring weaknesses in his mind because, he's lived with the entire idea that the Jedi Order, that he's lived with this idea for the last couple of years that the Jedi Order needs to go away.
Mm-hmm.
And we saw in the Last Jedi, which, okay, Last Jedi, I'm happy we got Ghost Yoda. At least we got that, and that was awesome. I thought that was really cool. Although the way Luke went out to me was not the best way.
Well, it was confusing though because we were led to believe he believed the Jedi Order should have ended, which I actually kind of agreed with because the Jedi kind of were corrupted and like usurped. But then at the very end, he's like, "But I'm not the last Jedi." So it's like the whole movie kind of flip flopped on like the narrative. I feel like.
Well, I thought Luke was going to be the last Jedi. And that Rey was going to lead something new. Rey, I'm all for that. I'm all for something new that, honestly, it's not really a Jedi and it's not really a Sith. It's just people with the propensity for the Force doing what they want to do, and living freely. And I know, it can lead to power corruption or it can lead to good, but there's a billion different shades of gray in between that you could go with this new way of moving forward,
which I was excited for. And then it was literally, but I'm not the Last Jedi, hard cut to Rey, lifting rocks. So it's like the implication was that
it's just unfortunate. It's unfortunate that it went that way. And I know there's going to be people down below saying, stop harping on The Last Jedi. It's like, then make it not exist. Right.
I was kind of curious, though. I really thought, because I felt like Kylo Ren's design was heavily influenced by Revan from KOTOR, Knights of the Old Republic. And I really thought that Rey would have a dual-bladed lightsaber, because she was giving me Bastilla vibes for a long time. With her staff. But they didn't do it. I was kind of shocked.
There's still room for a lot of stuff to happen in the Star Wars franchise. I mean,
well, they have pointedly said that they are doing an Old Republic trilogy. So, I mean,
well, and from what I understand, they're going to give Rian Johnson the helm as well on different Star Wars films as well. They're actually wanting Rian Johnson to do his own separate Star Wars trilogy, in which, no mishmash or pitch podge around trying to continue a story and subverting it for subversion's sake. Instead, let him tell his own story from beginning to end. I think that will work so much better than Last Jedi. I think so, because as much as I love Rian Johnson, Last Jedi to me was not a great film. I know there's people out there who will defend it till their dying breath. I know that. And that's on you. And if you want to have a debate about it, we can. But honestly, when you look at the logical steps, you can't deny the mistakes that happened, and you have to look at this as pretty much a righting of the ship in some ways, especially for some fans out there. I know there's some fans out there who are completely disenfranchised with this nowadays, and they're never going to watch another Star Wars film again. For them, the count ends at 6. But honestly, it's media. It's art. It's meant to be taken in, or it's meant to be ignored. That's just how it works. It's just like music. There's music that I've never heard of before, and I never will hear. And while I'm sad about that, it's just how things go.
Like, your human existence couldn't take in all the music that there is. It's just not possible.
Okay, I thought it was mine. I'm sorry. I was like, it is on silent. I'm like wondering.
You pretty much have to limit your influences, because there's just so much now. It's just like, you die before you watched every video on YouTube or something.
That's the thing is, people got so fucking angry at me whenever I said that I was going to save my money and time and not go see Captain Marvel and just read a summary of it. But there is so much other shit. And at the time, the thing in my immediate mind was like, I would rather go see Us. You have to pick and choose what you want to see. And if something doesn't sound worth your time, why would you waste your time on it?
Yeah.
If something's not good, why do I have to go see it anyway, just for the sake of them possibly making another one after that, whenever I have so many other things I could go do with my time instead?
Well, personally, I watched Captain Marvel. I didn't mind it. I thought it was okay. I went to see the film as it is, and I came away from it actually not caring as much about Brie Larson. I like Brie Larson. Brie Larson's okay. But her Captain Marvel, she suffers from the same problem she had in the comics. I mean, you can't really get a read on her, and her mood, she has mood swings that's just don't make sense. Like in one scene, she's like running around trying to blow people up with her fists and everything, and she's like, ha 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 ha. And then in the very next scene, she's just like ultra serious and just like, we've got to get out of here. I'm like, wait, what?
Bipolar much?
I guess maybe that's her character. Maybe they're trying to portray that, but yet they've said nothing about it. I don't know, but I know that there are people out there who are going to like what we have to say and don't like what we have to say, and that's just how opinions are. Yeah, I don't agree 100% with your opinion. Does that make mine invalid? No. If you think it's invalid, prove it. Write us a whole synopsis down in the comments section. I mean, okay, there was actually a guy who went on one of our videos, and I swear to God, I counted the lines in this. 435 lines of a critique of me.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Like, and he pulled from videos from like 4 years ago. Shit,
Whoa.
I did in videos 4 years ago. He's like, you know how Nate acted in this. I actually felt like he was a little bit esoteric with his critique of the video. I'm like,
Wow.
whoa.
To each his own, man.
Well, and that's why I
Have
pretty
your
much.
opinion.
Well, I read the whole thing, and I'm just like,
I respect your opinion.
I was just like, I actually typed, wow, that's kind of
I can't believe
terrifying, but at the
took that
same
out.
time, I appreciate the critique.
I kind of feel like one day this dude's just gonna toss you a flintlock pistol, and he's gonna have one. He's gonna like challenge you to a duel, and just like
Oh, he can challenge me to a duel. I'm just gonna kick the gun away and just be like,
He must like you enough if he's gonna sit there and write 400
that's when I'm, like,
lines
screaming
of
I
at
guess.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
dialogue.
It's time
I
to
guess
do the
maybe he had nothing better to do with his time, and then he was just
Something.
like, you know, I'm gonna write a long critique about Nathan Hamilton from the Renegade Media Group channel. And I was just like, well, damn. But anyway, this was actually really cool. I like this trailer a lot.
Hell yeah.
So, Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. We're going to see how this plays out, and it's coming out this year. So,
No,
awesome.
I'm excited.
So, how are they going to end this?
well, I mean,
Hopefully
you know,
by answering a lot of questions that he started in
That's
Yeah.
it. I want
Force
answers.
Awakens
I do
that
too.
Didn't get touched on in The Last Jedi at all.
obviously in the Force Awakens, like the Hosnian system got destroyed with the Galactic Senate was on,
Yeah.
the Hosnian system. So
Yeah.
obviously you need a Senate. Well, we've got the Senate again.
Okay.
Gosh.
There you
Wow,
go.
that is-
I am
Treason, man.
Yes.
And then he just does like a 920 corkscrew through the air, screaming and
No, instead of having a lightsaber, he twirls through the air with his hamster hands.
just shooting lightning.
like does a full 450 spin in the air, and he's like, I will shock you. I
I
love
think
it.
the scene whenever Mace Windu goes out.
Yeah.
First off, that was just
Power!
he's like
Power!
Yes.
Yes. And then he
just flies out
he
the
stands
window.
up and he's like, from now on you shall be known as Darth Vader. I'm like, Jesus. Rise.
And then what does Anakin say right after that? He's like, "Yes, my master."
Yes.
I've
So,
seen it way too many times.
Anyway, this was awesome, and if you want to see the original video, link is in the description down below, and you'll see it right down there. Just click on it, you'll find it. And if you wanna, if there's any critique you have about us, with our thoughts on the Star Wars franchise so far, comment section. That's what it's for. Also, if you like the video, leave a like, and if you want to see more, little subscribe button down there. Hit the bell if you want to stay notified, and we will see you all in the next one. Peace out.